So you kind of do the Mars Attacks demos, and as we know, I guess Michael Alago was the A&R person who signed the Misfits to Geffen and brought in Daniel Ray and to produce this record. Could you give us some perspective on the recording of this and the process, Chud?
Great process. We all agreed that everybody would get paid equal on this record, which meant there was no politics. There was, best song won. Doesn't matter if it was all Joes, all Bills, all Toms. Didn't matter. We all got paid equal, which was an amazing way to work a band. It was an amazing way to work any band. Every band should work like that.
Yeah.
So that was good. We all wrote. I think I got 4 or 5 songs on the album. Everybody got like 4 or 5 songs on the album, and there was no politics. It was great. And that song's great. We'll use that. It wasn't like, I want to use my songs because then I get paid.
So it was basically whoever brings something in, we use it, and everybody, and we split it 4 ways. Whether you brought it in or Joel brought it in, it's like the way that Van Halen did it. It's the way the Clash did it. It's the way that a lot of, at least initially, right?
Right, initially.
Yes.
We'll get the famous monsters next.
Yeah, right. So, and then things kind of get crazy when people realize that, hey, if I write it, I get sort of
right.
Right.
Hey, Chud, here's something you probably don't know. About, I would say, like the fall of '96, I was over at Kenny's, Rocky's house, and we're in his kitchen and we're talking. He goes, "Listen, Joel, Chud just brought in a song. It's amazing. It's called Hate the Living, Love the Dead." And I remember him just raving about how great that song was. So when that hit the record, that was the first one I listened to. And man, it's probably my favorite track from that whole time period with you guys. Love that song.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hold on. You guys talk. Someone's knocking at my door. Give me a second. You guys.
Yes, we can handle this. Let me ask you a question about recording that with Daniel Ray, because Jerry is a very strong-willed person when it comes to the Misfits. He has his vision, his way of doing things. How willing were you and the fellas to kind of give Daniel Ray the ball and go, okay, produce our thing? Did you kind of give him a free hand in what he was envisioning for the sound, or was there a lot of back and forth creating that first record?
Okay, first of all, I was so into just being a musician. I didn't care about anything else but writing songs, perfecting my drums, working on my image, all that other stuff. I almost didn't care about. I really was trying to be focused and in the present moment of what my job was. So when Daniel Ray came in, I'm like, no problem. I don't know him. He's a producer. Okay, great. We need producers. They're good. And I got the feeling that maybe Doyle, I got the feeling he was scared of us because Doyle started pushing up against them. I remember Doyle bringing, Daniel Ray bringing in an amp, a little small tiny amp.
Right.
And starting to mic it up, and Doyle looking at him like, "What are you doing?" Miking up your amp. He goes, "This is not my amp. You think I'm gonna play out of that?" So I just never forget Daniel's face when Doyle said that. Okay, whatever you want to do, And then Doyle brought in his stacks and did what Doyle does,
Right.
But he kind of kept everybody on the same page. That's what a producer does. Kept fighting to a minimum if there was any. Kept everything kind of smooth. I love the productions of the records. I have no problem with it. Yeah, Daniel Ray's cool. Is he still around?
Yeah. He
is?
Oh yeah.
Still producing?
I think so. Daniel Ray still produces stuff, Drew, right?
Daniel Ray is down in Red Bank, New Jersey, and I've tried to get him on the show, And as far as I know, he's like basically retired, and he sold off his memorabilia. You know, he was very involved with the Ramones, and he sold off a lot of. I think he had Johnny Ramone's guitar, and he sold a bunch of memorabilia, and he basically he's really not involved much anymore. He's sort of retired. Apparently, he has no interest in coming on the show and or anything like that. I apologize for a second there. They wanted to put a sensor in my apartment for the heat and all that. So I had to let him in. Hey, and I'm not sure exactly what I missed for a couple seconds, but hey, Chud, like just out of curiosity, because I love this record and have I'm a big fan of this record. When you mention stuff you brought to the party, and I'm not, I'm gonna say I wrote this, but what did you bring to the party here? Do you remember any in particular? Which one of these maybe was sort of you brought to the party?
As far as songs,
yeah.
On American Psycho, I wrote "The Hunger," "Speak of the Devil,"
Mm-hmm.
"Crimson Ghost."
Good one.
"Hate the Living, Love the Dead."
Good one.
4. There might be one more on this list.
Yeah, I got one of my favorite. Yeah, there's some. I love this record, man. I actually revisited this record this week quite a bit. It must have been somewhat of an exciting time to be on Geffen Records, huh?
I love Geffen Records. They're what a great company. They made us all join the union. So, and no other company does that, I don't think. And now I got a pension, which was so cool. I mean, David Geffen really took care of his artists.
Wow.
As far as I'm concerned, I loved Geffen, and I wish we did more records on Geffen.
Right. Yeah. And it was just, I guess it was really just one and done, huh?
Yeah, I don't know the politics of that.
Yep.
And
we don't have to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have to go into those sort of dark corners of. But I do want to mention.
Maybe Michael Lago would know.
Probably not. Like he has his memory sort of. But one thing I do want to mention is that in 1997 I went out with you guys on this European tour as a shot from my collection, and that's me on the bottom there. But I was managing a New York hardcore band called Sub-Zero, and they were signed to Century Media, and I called Jerry. And I said, hey, I'm managing this band and they got some label support. And I hear you going to Europe. And hey, man, I'd love to be a part, come out with you. And Jerry, I don't know if this happens anymore in life, but he said, no problem, Drew Stone. He said, for you, no problem. And Sub-Zero ended up coming out on the first ever Misfits European tour. And we had an incredible time on that tour, man.
Yeah, Maximum Penalty. You just mentioned them. They were on the tour too, weren't they? Or no?
That was after this one.
After, okay.
Yeah, and one of the things that we did, because what was really exciting about it was the first time Misfits ever played in Europe. So every show was like first time in Italy, first time in Spain, first time in Germany. Every show was like people were just coming out just really blown away that they're seeing the Misfits. And you guys were on fire. Your live show was friggin' great. And I'll die on this hill. You guys were fucking killing it. And we did lots of fun things together. And here we are, all of us. The tour was Misfits, Sardonica and Sub-Zero. Here we all are in Venice, Italy. We went to Venice and walked around Venice together, and man, that was really great, man. It was a really great era.
Great time. Great
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
What a magical time. Yeah. Very
Yeah.
magical.
Let me jump in here for a second because we're talking the era that I will always consider my Misfits. You know,
Okay.
I knew the Misfits with Glenn. You know, I listened to those records before I knew all you guys. But as much fun as it was playing drums with the band for a little tiny period of time, you know, those jams when they were trying out singers, my favorite time with you guys was when you all gelled. You were in the band officially, Graves joined, and I went up to watch you guys rehearse properly a few times. And being in the room and watching you guys write some of the songs that ended up on that record, I mean, it was a very magical time for me at 17, 18 to experience that. And that record will always be treasured by me. It was a very special time. And you guys always treated me well and like had me in the room. And Jerry would always say, "What do you think about this song? You know, what do you think about that?" And you know, and I'd say, "Well, yeah, this is great," or "This is that." He'd be like, "Oh, yeah." You know, so it was just a really fun time to hang with you guys and see this band blossom, you know, and become its own thing. And that's what's important. I mean, the Misfits name carries so much weight, but you guys in that lineup, not only did you honor the name, but you brought it to a different level, in my opinion. And those records you did together hold up. And there are people now who know the Misfits because solely on what you guys did.
Totally.
Yeah, and Shane Third says 2 great damn albums, 2 of my favorites of all time. And does LaRoche asks, does Chud know how important this album was to us diehard Misfits fans that are open-minded?
Again, I was so focused on just doing what I'm supposed to do. Didn't know we were going to make a great record. Didn't know nothing. I just did the best I could do. You know, oh, nobody wrote a song about Crimson Ghost. I got to write one then, you know? I was just so focused on what the band should be at that point. And
Sure.
Man, if I,
Yeah.
It was special. And I think that's what makes it special when you're in the moment, when you're present. That's what makes things special.
Well, it seems like a really halcyon time for the band. You guys get signed to Geffen. It's all for one and one for all.
Yes.
You know, it's an exciting moment. First European tour, and on a dare, Drew Stone is opening up the Misfits shows, playing acoustic, right? Remember that? And this is what a cherished photo, right? On a dare. So what happened was I forgot who it was. There was a 12-string acoustic guitar out on the tour with us, and we were playing it. And somebody dared me to go out and play acoustic to open up the show. And I did it, and it went over so well that I ended up doing it a bunch of times. And there's Michael Graves on the right with the Sub-Zero jacket that we gave him, he's singing with me. And there's Jerry Only on the left, like cheering us on. And wow, what a great memory to have. And here's another one just from that, and that's a really cherished memory for me. So I really appreciate it, Chud. I have such good memories of that time. There's me and Michael Graves kind of singing together. You know, good stuff.
Love it.
Yeah,
we had a good time.
Yeah.
I met Mary on the Resurrection tour. My wife.
Mrs. Chud.
Yeah.
Third show.
The lovely Mrs. Chud.
Yeah. Now, I'm just seeing if I just don't want to miss anything here. Okay. So, I should mention, this is worth mentioning, as we are throwing much love into Misfits American Psycho, that Joel, in fact, it has been re-released, correct?
Yeah, it came out. I think it's sold out already. They did 3,000 new vinyl editions this past Halloween on Interscope, I believe. So it comes with a poster, that really awesome vinyl, and like a turntable slip mat, I guess they call it, of the amazing artwork by the late and much loved Basil Gogos. We got to mention Basil.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sold out already, right, Chudley?
Sold out. Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. 3,000 records out of the gate. That's great.
Our records sell so many. I live off the records, so that they just don't stop selling. They sell more now than they did back then.
Is that right?
Yes. Well, my checks keep going up. It's amazing.
I'm happy, and I'm happy to hear you say that you know, business wise, you know, things are. I mean, I'm making an assumption. Business wise, things were handled properly, and you see what you deserve, and you know, you certainly deserve it. It's nice to hear something other than some horror fucking ripoff story.
Well, it comes after the Misfits.
Right. So that's it.
Yeah, Jerry handled the business really well. Yeah.